Hello everybody, Chef Baron here. First video of many that I promised you guys. Got a little late last night, so I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do, but I'm here this morning. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do and show you guys are my homemade buttermilk biscuits. I've worked on this recipe for quite a while, finally got it right, and now I can't keep them. Whenever I make them at home, I have to hide 2 or 3 of them because the kids and the wife will eat them all. So I'm going to go down the list of the ingredients for you, show you how to prepare them, and maybe you can do them at home. All right, so let's get started. All right, now right here I have 6 cups of flour. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's a big old batch. So we have 6 cups of flour. This is just extra flour that we're going to need for the rolling it out. And this recipe calls for 1 pound of frozen butter. So this is 1 pound of stick butter that I've frozen, and I just chopped it up, sliced it up because it's easier to manage. Okay, so that's 1 pound of butter. I have 2 2/3 cups of fresh buttermilk. Oh, it's the good, best stuff. Now this ingredient is probably going to shock a lot of you, but this is 5.5 tablespoons. 5.5 heaping tablespoons of baking powder. Okay, very important. Okay, right here I have 3/4 cups of sugar. Okay, 3/4 cups, and right here I have 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Okay, and here I have just 1 egg beaten. Okay, 1 single egg, no milk, no water, just the egg. And here I have melted butter for the finished product. Okay, so what I like to do first is add all my dry ingredients. Okay, so we're going to start with the salt. Just throw the salt in there. Okay, then we're going to go with the sugar. Okay, 3/4 cups of sugar. And the big one, we're going to add our 5.5 heaping tablespoons of baking powder. I know that sounds like a lot, but it works for this recipe. Okay, now we're going to take our whisk, and I just like to whisk it all together like so, just to get it all nice and incorporated. Sorry if you can't see it very well. I'm trying to do this one-handed. hold the phone, so I haven't had to do this in a while. Okay, so now that we got it all incorporated, okay, nice and mixed, next step is to add your butter. 1 pound of frozen butter. Throw it right on in there. Get it all out of there. Okay, just like that. Okay, pastry cutter, easy peasy. I mix it all up, crush that butter in there as good as you can. All right, get it nice and crumbly. You want a nice crumbly texture to it. Okay, so get it in there and get it nice and crumbly. Mash it on up as good as you can. You can probably do it better than I can now because I'm trying to do it with one hand. So, but anyway, it's fun. This is what I love doing here. Okay, so we're gonna get it nice and crumbled up like so. Okay. All right. Now, don't take much. Don't take long. And if you got big old chunks in it, that's fine. Shoot, sometimes that's even better. Down in the South, boy, we love our butter just as much as we love our rice. Okay, so we've got our batter, dry batter, all ready to go. Okay, now this next part is the fun part. Okay, I like to make a hole in the center of mine. Okay, there we go. Got a hole. Then we're going to add our buttermilk. Just go ahead and put it all in at one time. Just like that right there. Okay. And there we go with that right there. Now, it's time to start mixing this. This is the fun part. Okay, well, since I can't do this with one hand, I've got my wonderful stepson, Wesley, here, that he's going to assist me and hold the camera so that you can see. All right? So get a little bit closer so you can see. Nope. I want it like this. Okay, here we go. So, give it a nice good old stir. Incorporate that, mix that really, really well. Now, when I get done with this, a lot of people is going to look at it and go, boy, that's awful dry. Yeah, it's a dry batter, but that's what you want. You don't want it really sticky. You don't really want it really moist. It's supposed to be a nice dry batter. Okay, so we're just going to stir, incorporate it well, push it down in there. Okay. See how dry that looks? I mean, it just looks like it's crumbly almost. Okay. That's just what you want right there. Just a little bit of stickiness to it, not much. Okay. Okay. So, and that's all it takes. Now, we set this off to the side. Okay. You're going to flour your area really well. You want a nice coat of flour on it. Okay. Then all you do is take your batter, or should I say your dough, okay, and you're just going to dump it right on the counter. Boop. Okay, get all of that deliciousness out of there. Wesley loves these biscuits. He can eat the whole pan if I let him. Okay, get it all out of there. And what you start doing is you just start matting it. Okay, use a little bit of extra flour here for your hands if it starts getting sticky. So just incorporate it really, really well. This is the most tedious part of the whole recipe because it just takes a little bit more time. See how it looks dry? People are going, man, that's dry. When I first started making them at home, the kids and the wife are going, man, that looks kind of dry, Baron. But you can see how quick it comes together. See that? Get a nice little fold. A little flour on it. This is the part that takes a little bit more time. Okay, so now that you got it nice and incorporated, you got a nice big lump of dough here. Okay, what I do is to get your different layers in these biscuits is I fold them at least 4 times. And there's 2 different ways you can fold them. You can fold it once this way and once this way. Okay, press, incorporate it in together. Beautiful. Okay, so that we'll call that 1 time. But you can do it that way, or most of the time I just fold it completely in half, like so. And what that does is that gives the biscuits its layers. It's different layers inside. So that's what that does. Okay, so you just knead it. Okay, that was 2 times. Okay, and we're gonna go another time. A little bit more flour. Press. Incorporate it nice and good. Knead it really good. Okay, and then the last time we're going to fold it like so. A little bit more flour. Okay. Tedious process, but it's well worth it. A little more flour. Okay. Okay, so that'll be our last time folding. Now, to spread it, you can do it 1 or 2 ways. A lot of people like to use a rolling pin, which that's fine. You can use a rolling pin if you want. and just kind of give it a nice roll every which way. Okay? Or you can do it like I do it and just do it with your hands. You don't have to be perfect, don't have to be beautiful. Because these are homemade, these aren't store-bought. Okay? You want them probably about anywhere from 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. These are going to be some nice big old biscuits. Okay? So, let's see. Now, we are ready to cut these biscuits. Okay? A little bit of flour here for your cup because it might stick. Now, a lot of people, when they cut their biscuits, what they do is they go down and they turn to make their cut. I don't turn to make my cut because what that does, whenever you turn it, it seals the outside of the biscuit, which allows it to not rise. So I go straight down, no turning, just like that, and it comes out. See that? And what I have here is a greased cookie sheet. Show the cookie sheet. Okay. Have a greased cookie sheet, and we're just going to lay them right on top. Okay. So we're just going to continue this. We're going to go around. This will make quite a bit, depending on how big you want your biscuits. Okay. So we'll go all the way around this puppy. And like I said, my kids, they absolutely love these biscuits. They'll eat this whole pan in one sitting if I let them. Ain't that right, Wes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Some of these can be kind of stubborn, so you just got to give it a good push there. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll take them, lay them on this pan. It don't matter if they're touching. It's better that they touch anyway. Just get that pan full of these nice biscuits. Now you see how thick these are? These are nice and thick, so they're going to be big old biscuits. I'm a big guy. I like my biscuits big. Okay? Put them all in here and get them ready to go. You're going to take your excess dough here, fold it a couple of times. Okay? Roll it through there. Get it nice and knead it together. And what you're going to do is you're going to flatten it out again. Just with your hands, or you can use your roller. I like to use my hands because, like I said, I like big old biscuits. Okay? Get just some more flour on your cup. And we're going to pop the rest of these out. Okay. All right. So take the rest of them, throw them on here. All right. Like I said, this is a big old batch, so it usually does one whole sheet pan of these biscuits. You got some excess dough here. So we could probably make 2 more good ones out of this. What we'll do is what we'll do. 1 and 2. Okay. So we'll put 1 there. Why not? Last one. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Well, it won't fit. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to pause and clean up my mess. Okay. So hit. All right. Now, finished product. Here are your biscuits. Okay. Next step you're going to do is that 1 egg that you busted up and mixed up. Take your pastry brush and you're going to brush the tops of these biscuits all the way around. Nice good coating on top of these biscuits. Every one of them. If you get around the sides, that's even better. But what this egg does, it does 2 things. 1, it gives it its color, that nice deep golden brown color. And 2, it crisps up the tops of your biscuits. Gives it that nice crunch. Okay. So this is an old trick that I learned from my grandmother years and years ago. That's what I've done to all of my biscuits ever since then. But this is absolutely the best. This idea that I learned from my grandmother. Actually, I learned a lot of my cooking from my grandmother when I was a child. So, like I said, just get a nice good coating on each one of these biscuits. You want a nice good thick, good coating on them. Uh-oh, you can drop some. Okay. Nice coating. All right. So one egg, just beaten up, should do this whole pan of these biscuits. No water, no milk, just your plain old egg beaten up. Okay, put the excess on the rest of them, like so. Now, the last step, my grandmother taught me, and I don't know what significance it has in this, but she always went through and put a small indentation in the top of each biscuit. She told me that helped with the rising process, which I don't understand how, but I'm not going to argue with my grandmother, rest her soul. So we'll just put an indent in each one of these biscuits on the top, right in the center. Okay? Now, we got that. They're ready to go into the oven. So we're going to put them in a 400 degree oven, 400 degrees at 18 minutes. Okay? And we'll come back and we'll turn them about halfway, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay? And one more thing, at this point right here, I forgot to mention, before you put your egg wash on it, okay, before you put the eggs on top, if you want to take this pan and put it in the freezer and let it freeze for about 30-45 minutes just to firm up these biscuits here, you can take them out of the freezer and you can put them in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the freezer, and you can have them for later. So all you got to do is take them out, put them on your pan, let them sit out for about 15-20 minutes, and then right into the oven they go. Okay, so Wesley, you open the oven. These guys are going to go straight into a 400 degree oven for 18 minutes. Okay, so there we go. And I will set this timer for 18 minutes. Okay, start. And we will come back and I will show you what they look like. All right, guys, it's been 9 minutes, so we're going to turn these bad boys around. Look at that. Look at them beautiful biscuits. Ha. Okay. 9 more minutes. All right, guys. These are your biscuits. Look at that, Mama.
That looks good.
All right. So we're going to set them here. And our last step. Remember the butter?
Ooh.
Well, you're going to take this butter and you're just going to just douse them down. Okay? Douse them down really, really good with this melted butter. Look at that. Nice golden brown. And I don't know if you can hear this or not, but what that egg did to it was made these the really crispy tops. Okay?
Mm.
So you're just going to douse them down with butter. Well, being from the South, we use a lot of butter back home.
You missed one. Go back one. Right there, that one. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to douse them down with this butter really good. Spread it all over. All right. And there you have it, guys. These are homemade buttermilk biscuits from the South. Now, okay. Get a good shot of those, Mama.
Oh, trust me, I am.
Can I have some?
All right. So just to give you guys an idea here, what they look like. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut a couple of them. Just cut around. It's like a puzzle. Cut all the way down. Okay. All right. So there you go. See that? Nice big old biscuit.
Steaming hot.
So, see the layers? You open it up. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. They're moist. They're not dry. Absolutely perfect. Like I said, my kids, my wife, I have to hide them. At least one or two so that I get one because they will destroy the whole thing. So, there you go. There's your homemade buttermilk biscuits right there. And we got my young boy here, Samuel John. He's going to sit here and he's going to demonstrate how to eat this. Now, show him. There you go. Look at that. How's that? Look at the camera.
Oh, he's gone. He's taking it and run.
All right.
Half the biscuit in his mouth.
So, Mama, you want one, Mama?
No, I don't want to be on camera, though.
Okay.
I eat it.
Well, she's going to eat it. Well, there you go, guys. Fresh, homemade buttermilk biscuits. Nice, golden, crispy tops to them.
Oh, my God. That is
Beautiful, beautiful inside, moist. Just succulent. Great for biscuits and gravy, with jelly, with butter, or just by themselves. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Oh, so good.